Hello. And welcome again. You can see me. Oh, this is so unfortunate. But we had some other problems from before, and we had to change it. So now you can see us. But that's fine because now you can imagine how we look and what we do, and that's the whole point behind role-playing games, isn't it? One of the people in one of the new players, guys, you have something in the background and I can hear a lot of noise in the background. Can you please mute yourself if you're not talking? Thank you. A lot of noise. Ofer, I'm guessing it's you.
Yeah, I have a troop of Girl Scouts outside my window. I'm going to close the window.
Can you please just mute yourself then, because it is excellent. This is much better. Well, hello. If you've been
Hello.
with us so far, you've heard about the count. Not the count, sorry. Just count. Yes, just
Count. Thank
count
you.
the... Yes. Uri,
Yes.
you play count.
The pun.
The pun. Sorry. Yes, of course. Yes. When you finished your businesses in Sokol Keep, and we won't spoil and say how it was finished, but it is enough to say that everyone died except for you. Okay?
As is often the case, unfortunately.
Yes, that is usually what happens. Yes. Everyone died. You, however, got the chance to perhaps charter a ship, finally, to Moonsea. How happy does that make you?
Well, not much, because I fear sea traveling. You see, I fear sea dragons. You know what sea dragon eat for lunch?
No, I don't know.
Fish and chips is what sea dragons eat for lunch. And that is something I have always feared throughout my life. But I still venture forth because I have a destiny, and that is to marry a beautiful princess from Waterdeep. And for that, I keep going forward.
Excellent. The only problem, of course, is the ghost ship. Oh, ghost ship! No, it actually is a problem. You see, apparently, the authorities in... Let me push it back up. Dun, dun, dun! Flan. Are worried about the rumors of a ghost ship. No longer rumors, actually, because in the past few weeks, news have come to town that a ghost ship, actually ship of undead or whatever, is trying to push. Actually, is raiding settlements across the shores in an unpredictable manner. The authorities in Flan are very worried that the next step is going to be Flan itself. They are not totally sure it is a ghost ship and not some sort of strange, maybe other phenomenon, or maybe bandits that the rumors, circling around them sort of exploded out of any connection to real life. But it's... It has closed the harbor yet again. So, having said that, you have been tasked with trying to find a solution to the problem by basically trying to find the ghost ship before it reaches Flan, if it is indeed the case. Who are the people you are taking with you, and why? It is a good. This is an excellent time to tell you a bit about these new 3 players. Hello. In no particular order, we'll do it as I say. I command. Ofer, hello. Please introduce yourself just a little tiny bit, and a little tiny bit about your character.
Well, my name is Ofer Metuki. I'm a PhD student in astrophysics. I write a blog named The Observable Universe in Hebrew. I participate in a space show called The Spaceship. And I play a lot of role-playing games.
And what do you play now? Who are you playing now? Who are you? Who will you be?
Of course, Sarvonius the Great, who is an elderly man dressed in a deep blue robe covered with mythical sigils, and he's, of course, the famous advisor to all things arcane to the great Duke of Krell. I was sent on a grave and important mission for the fate of Krell and the entire world.
Adequate.
Adequate. Next, we are going to Eran. Arbel, give us the gist of it. Who are you and who are you playing?
My name is Eran Arbel. I'm currently working in Wikipedia. I'm a sort of game developer, VR developer, and I also play a lot of role-playing games, maybe too much. Right now, I'll be playing Kellen of Gek, who is a known cleric, and when you see him, he is wearing full scale mail armor with a massive shield and sword, and he has green dark hair and with a almost permanent scowl on his face.
We can't really hear you that well, Eran. Can you please find a way to maybe increase or maybe change your microphone or increase the input of your microphone or something like that, or talk more directly at it, because you are kind of blurry, only sound-wise. You are sound blurry.
I'll try harder in the future.
Excellent. And let us continue with Dima. Hello, Dima.
Hello, hello. I am Dima, and I'm a climatologist, and I play lots of role-playing games as well. What a surprise!
Wait, what? You're a climatologist, and that's not your character's class?
No, that's the character class I play during the day, but during the night, and 6 p.m. is nightish enough, I become Leopold the Generous. I am the bard that is probably the source of all those rumors you've been hearing about the ghost ship being 500 feet tall and carrying 15,000 cannons that shoot lightning. It's all in my song.
You seem trustworthy. Join our party.
Well, some accusations have been leveled against me for inaccuracies in my descriptions, so I decided to join your expedition in order to see the ship with my own eyes so that I can better describe it in the future.
Excellent.
Also, I play the pipe organ, but on voyages I prefer the drums because they're slightly more portable.
Slightly, yes. Just a tiny bit. Eran Arbel, can you please mute yourself
Yes.
for now? I will thank you very much. We are playing for Extra Life. All donations from you guys go to the Children Network Hospital, specifically the Boston branch, actually, because it has an international program, and we ourselves are not from the US, so we would prefer it if our money go to something more international, which is why I chose Boston. We've just got $15 to the heroes, by the way. Woohoo! Which isn't enough. We always need more, but you specifically need more, because every $30 for the heroes, that is only 15 more, all of you get inspiration, which is amazing because it allows you to use an advantage whenever you want. Well, once, but whenever you want.
we need.
We need, exactly. The monsters, I should note, got more money. So there is an upgrade to the monsters waiting for you. And when you upgrade the ghost ships, it becomes a ghoul ship, I'm guessing, or something. We had some ghosts, some ghouls in the last scenarios. This one will be worse. We are at $205 out of $500. Only 300 more. This is so easy. We should really be able to do it. Please, guys, give some money. $5 is, a lot, actually. $5 is 100th of the way there. Let us start. It is fun, but no.
Eran, can I ask something beforehand?
Yes, please, of course.
Well, some of you new players have not actually described their characters. So I would love it if you would give us a bit of a physical description that more get the presence and the sense of them.
Sure.
And
I will
maybe
be happy
even
to.
why are you following the ruggedly handsome Count the Pun
Sure.
in his endless journey for glory of Count the Pun?
Well, first of all, if he's on a journey for glory, then he needs a bard to sing about him, because what good is unrecorded glory?
Good point.
A man after my own heart.
Yes, that's a good point.
And as for my physical description, I'm a tiefling, so I have jet black hair and jet black skin, but completely white eyes, and a pair of very handsome, very curly, nice horns. I also have a tail, but it's too short for you to see. Unless
That's
you're
barely
looking down my trousers, which is a very naughty thing to do.
Well,
Yes,
Sargonius can only say that joining you will aid him on his mission to save Krell and the world. But he cannot really explain what the mission is because it's a secret.
Oh, but how do you look?
I believe I
With my eyes, thank you.
I'd already described myself. He is an elderly person, an elderly man with a white beard and long white hair, and he is covered with deep blue robe with mystical sigils in silver thread all over it,
Nice.
and wielding a staff with a claw holding a glass ball at the end, crystal ball.
Very fine. Finally, yes, Eran.
Well, Kellen is a stocky old gnome. Actually, looks more heavyset than most gnomes, and he's wearing scale mail and he's very frowny most of the time. And he's here because he was chosen by Cord to fight the Phantom ship, and you're in the way, and you could pay for the journey.
Good point. Good point.
And I am, of course, Count the Pun. First name Count, last name the Pun. I wear a rich red fabric, velvet trimming, a large number of golden bracelets, rings, hairpins, etc. And I have a golden rapier with which I will cut through the fabric of destiny. Princess Gracelyn of Waterdeep.
That's not going to happen. But we are here to see how that's not going to happen. Heroes, you just got $25. So all of you get
Awesome!
yes, so all of you get an inspiration and then some. We actually have 10 more for the next one.
Wait,
That,
is it only inspiration? Don't we get like magic items and things?
no magic items. What do you
Who
think? this is?
needs magic items when they... Well, no, wait, we do. We really need magic items.
The answer is we do.
Okay. It is a lovely morning when you are called to the harbor master, Mr. Depan. And you, just a second. Sorry, just a moment.
We shall wait. I've waited for an hour. I can wait some more.
Nice. And you are told by the harbor master, which, you know what? How does the man look?
What, the harbor master?
Yes, what's special about him?
Well, his beard is longer than most dwarves. And it is the color of a red, brown, green, yellowish something. It's more like a seaweed growing out of his, at least that's how it seems. Just from his neck and chin all the way to his ankles. This is the longest beard you have ever seen, and it is by far his dominating feature.
Nice. Well, he says, tomorrow I'm shaving. And then he adds, we have deciphered a sort of a pattern to the way the ghost ship attack, or at least the way the ghost ship is reported to have attacked the various settlements. And we have a reason to believe that Flan is indeed somewhere in the future. But before that, we kind of know where they're going to hit next. It's called, well, there is a place called the Storm Bay. Have you heard about it, Mr. Depan?
The Storm Bay, of course. Like, Leopold, you know that? That's
Yes, of course. It is where I fought the hordes of the undead ninja.
Please, Mr. Not Nippon, Leopold, the generous,
Yes.
please roll history, and we'll see if you know something about Storm Bay.
that is the correct spelling of ninjas.
Yes,
Okay.
which are of course native to this campaign setting.
Ninjas are native everywhere.
Yes, I know everything about it.
Apparently you do. Well, okay, that's nice.
Ninja. Not so difficult, apparently.
Storm Bay is a place on the coast of the Moonsea, somewhat to the southwest of Flan, which is, I should say, away from Mulmustar. I'm sorry, Count. It's around here. Bing! I've pinged the map. Bing! That's what it is. And it's known for having really bad weather. It's, well, the name is aptly named. It's called Storm Bay because of the many storms. But beyond that, there aren't a lot of settlement in the areas. No duke, no count want to have anything to do with the place.
Well,
So-
one count want to have something to do with the play.
So it's kind of unmapped. Kind of no one cares about what's happening there. Even the Great Iron Route passes. You can barely see it in the map, but maybe passes kind of north to it, ignoring the place. And there, the next strike is supposed to happen. There is
Who
a
will
village.
they be striking? Oh,
There is a village there. It's a tiny little place on a tiny little miserable island.
How little? Is it a hamlet?
It's a hamlet-sized, yes, and it seems quite clear from the pattern that they are going to attack there. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. I
What
can't
have
understand
they-
the way.
What have they attacked before? What have they taken or stolen or destroyed?
Well, we
Yes,
only
interesting
have.
questions, but where will they be defeated is the only question that we need concern ourselves with, and the answer to that is Storm Bay.
which is halfway to Zentil Keep. So we should be very careful.
Well, it was
Leopold.
prophesied by the great seer of Kalakdur. Once, in 1,000 millennia, there will rise a hero who will defeat the ghost ship in a
Say no
strange
more,
way.
Sylvanius. I understand what you are implying. I, the hero in which you just prophesied, will crush the ghost ship. Let's
You can see Kellen rolling his eyes at this.
Well, the prophecy also mentioned something about spinach and scurvy, but it didn't go into that much detail.
That probably referenced the both of you, Sylvanius and Kellen. But it's figuratively. Do not take this personally.
You make your way towards Storm Bay. Nice, it rhymes. And it takes you by wagon about 2 and somewhat days to get there. It really is the middle of nowhere, but even worse is the ferryman. The ferryman looks at you as you approach. It is like a single cabin with the ferry next to it. The ferry itself is actually a boat. And the island, you can see it from the fog. All sorts of not exactly dead, but dying looking at least. Trees and shrubberies. It's only like, what, 300 meters away from the shore. Maybe a bit more, but you can probably see someone walking on the shores of the island from the shores of from where you are standing. Yet the water are kind of deep, and although they are kind of calm, you probably wouldn't want to swim it anyway. And it seems like this boatman makes a living from ferrying people across. He looks like the kind of person you would find in the middle of nowhere. He looks kind of strange. as you approach, he's an elderly man with wild beard, salt-encrusted coat, and floppy hat. He pulls over a rope between his, and like arm over arm, sort of, this thick, big black rope, and doesn't in any way acknowledge your presence. It's
I
kind of...
step forward and declare with gusto. Please meet Count Depan and his merry companions. Who might you be?
Well, I don't wish to meet anyone. Walk away now. There is nothing for you here.
Look like this elderly gentleman is lonely and seeking the company of people. Gervanius, I think you should talk with him since you are both greatly old.
I've not heard such a ridiculous idea, even from the mouth of the mad donkey of Savgonko.
I know not of such things. Walk away! Turn your backs to this place. You are unwelcome here. As if by dramatic timing, lightning flashes from behind, and it's quite apparent a storm is coming, probably in an hour or two.
Will you not offer us weary travelers some shelter from the storm?
No.
I
Useless.
think I see where this is going. Maybe you require payment?
His eyes light up the moment you say "Peh," even before you finish the sentence. He's obviously, you can see the future.
I think my good friend Major Silver would like to beg your...
Really, because I would like lots of gold instead. If you have lots of gold, that's...
Well, Major Silver have a friend who is the General Gold.
Guys, if you are not following our chat, you really should. Aviv uploads these sketches of things that happen, and they're amazing.
What? Wait, where's the chat?
There's a chat in of course, in twitch.tv/up4players. It's amazing. She also uploads them to Facebook and Twitter later, so you can check them out. There's of Leopold sings of ghost ships. It's so cute. Leopold's the cutest. His eyes lighten up and says, I will take 1 gold piece for each of you.
Oh, you need not bother about me. The Duke will pay you when we get back.
Indeed, you need not bother about him. The Duke, his Duke, will pay for our travel.
No! He places a hand, an open palm with all these warts and strange-looking lines, and you're pretty sure one of his fingers is kind of shorter than the rest. And I'm not talking about the little finger, which is, as you all know, shorter than the rest. 1 gold piece for each of you, or you can return from where you came.
Well, 1 gold piece for each of us. That seems somewhat logical. I shall give you this gold piece for myself.
Yes.
This gold piece for Leopold the Generous.
Yes.
For he is generous.
Yes.
And this 1 gold piece for Kellen and Servinius. For together they are 1 person. Should I roll persuasion for that?
Yes, you obviously should roll deception for it. Yes.
Persuasion.
No, that's deception.
You know what? I feel like arguing, even though the both of them give me a +5, so it's redundant. But fine.
Servinius attempts to look like half a man.
Well, a 9. Ooh. Yes. I see 2 people with my weary eyes. That is 2 gold pieces.
Very well then, dear sir. Here's another gold piece. I say to him and give him a gold piece.
He counts the number of gold. Okay, let's be clear with it. Does he have 4 gold pieces now? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Has he finished counting them?
Yes.
Then I roll sleight of hand to pickpocket one of them.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh my god, yeah.
Sure, yes, why not?
Mediocre.
Yes. I will roll for myself because I can. Bloop, 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 bloop. It doesn't seem like he noticed anything.
Very well.
Yep.
We follow him to a shelter.
Not a shelter, the ship.
No, he's a ferryman. He
The boat.
travels us
Oh,
over
right. Yes, of course.
over the
Okay.
channel.
Channel. Channel. As you climb into the boat, it's seen better days. It's a pretty horrible-looking boat, actually. Barely able to even cross this little channel. What are you looking for on the island?
Riches, glory, adventure.
This is not the place for you outsiders.
What about coffee? Do they have that?
I don't know what it is you speak of, but we have none of it here. He
Well,
seems
that means
very
you seem to have plenty.
he seems very grumpy, but gold is gold, and he starts to row toward the other side, keeping.
To lift his spirits, I will perform a short drum solo for him, taken from the famous operette Ferryman.
Oh, I like the ferryman. It's a great operette. I shall accompany you and sing, but not well.
That's fine. Leopold rolls 11, which means he drums, but not well.
I meant
It's hard to drum when your surface is moving.
That's a good point. Yes. Everything is so silent around you, except for like these drums. And frankly, Leopold, you feel as if something is not right. The more you the closer you get to the
Crescendo.
well, actually, the island.
the island is named Crescendo? No, it's no good. We're looking for Storm Bay.
We just got another contribution of $15, but whoever wrote it probably in Hebrew, and that's nice. But I don't think Extra Life site understands Hebrew, so
Then it's heroes. Definitely heroes. He meant heroes.
I'm not so sure. So whoever did it, please send us an email or chat or something, and or in the Hangouts or something, so we'll know who got that $15, because it's a lot of money, and someone, not you probably, heroes, is going to get stronger thanks to it. Mhm. The island
What?
seems dark in some way. And it's not only because of the pouring rain that seems to begin the moment you get to the shore. It's really getting very stormy very fast. There are a number of hovels with thatched roofs. Very, I don't even know how to say it. Very, well, I'll say it like that. I'll even, you know what? I'll even just read it from the adventure. Trees block the view of the village from the landing, so your first sight of it comes as you climb the wooded hill. It is underwhelming. It is a little more than a collection of hovels, a barn, and a large centrally located fire pit. Dirty faces and wide eyes stare at you as you exit the rain-soaked tree line before turning away from you. The only one that seems happy to see you is a grinning girl with dirty hair and a pock-marked face. That is, she's a survivor of the pock. Runs to you with obvious excitement. And who are you, outsiders?
I introduce us, as is the purpose of a bard. Count
As
the
you-
Pan, Kellen of Garik, and Servonius the Great, and of course I, Leopold the Generous.
Yes, it is so very nice to see so many of people from afar. The others don't like outsiders, but I like them much. Yes.
Little girl, would you show us to the...
Elisande.
Sorry?
My name is Elisande.
Elisande, that is...
That is the name of the Queen of the Serpents from the Green River.
You talk so funny.
Yes, it is definitely a name. I agree with Stefanius. Would you take us to the finest inn on the island, please?
There's no. What is an inn?
You can see the color draining from Count's face.
Is it because of the rain?
No, it's because
Okay.
of the thought.
I don't know. Maybe he can survive one wash. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Good Elisande, could you take us to your elder, please?
with three. She like raises her finger. 3 elders. They are all in the fire. And she points at the fire pit where you can see 3 crone-like women sitting around the fire, cackling around between themselves.
We should walk the approaching attack, I think. That is the only logical thing to do.
From behind you, the boatman that seems to have climbed up with you all the way to the edge of the forest says, "No one dare attack us. No one dares," and turns and walks down back toward his boat. "Take me with you," says Elisande.
Come, little girl. You can worship us as we go forward.
"I only worship the one they tell me."
Then we'll have to
Really?
update you.
And which one is that? What is its name?
Many heads, but none is. Oh, I always forget this, but I don't remember. With all the fire.
So how would you know who to worship if you don't know their name?
My mother and my father used to tell me, but then they died with the disease.
I try speaking to her in Infernal, just like something casual. How old are you, child? I ask in Infernal.
What is this? Are you is this a curse? Are you cursing me?
No, simply muttering to myself.
Savonius speaks to Leopold. Don't confuse the child with languages from the abyss.
Well, child, give me your hand. And now, show us to your elders.
Her fingers are almost wiry, how long and strained and crooked they are, and her fingernails are so sharp it almost digs into your flesh as she grabs it. To the elders. I should tell you, guys, that you have about a day to explore this island. The map is open and clear because you are free to explore whatever you wish. And there's a room up to the left for to keep track of the various people or things that you might encounter. And tonight the ghost ship is coming. So whatever you wish to do in this time, you have about 3, let's call it, time slots: morning, noon, and afternoon. So consider what you want to do with your time, and let's head to the crowns. The fire pit is obviously the center of daily life. The fire is lit, and from the look of it, has been lit for the past, I don't know, 200 centuries. The pit is very thick with soot and black and white grayish from the rain. There's a small wooden pavilion next to it with a number of stump stools. This is a place to rest with very minimal protection from the storm. The fire itself has a strange smell, probably because of the metal bucket on it, where something is boiling inside. The pit where we local do the spitchings with the crones. They always clean the drink. Well, that is how we have the drink. She points at the bucket that is seem to be boiling there. This is how we drive. Oh, what is this? Something thunders around as it seems like the storm is coming so suddenly and quickly, and the rain is exactly the same as before. It was just a thunder. But the crones, three elderly-looking women, raise their heads in unison towards you and cackle. Look how frightened they are! Outsiders are among us! Yes, they are! So good to see the outsiders, yes!
Sarvonius, speak with them. They obviously speak Elderish.
Yes, my count, as you order. My good women, we have come to warn you about a grave danger to your island. It is but tonight that...
Nothing can harm us here. Listen to him, my dear sister.
Oh, I do not think you understand. I do not think you understand. This is not a regular danger. This is an arcane danger, and a flash of lightning and a burst of thunder suddenly accentuate his words.
The smell of reeking fish is so overpowering. It almost gives you a disadvantage now that you're going to roll for either deception or performance or persuasion, whichever you feel like. But instead, you will roll with an advantage, thanks to the strangely dramatic effect that accompanies you the moment you say it.
Well, I roll for a deception, and what's going on here? Why is this?
Why deception, by the way?
Oh, wow. Well,
It's
he's...
a 7.
Yeah, it's not very...
Yeah.
No, but
amazing.
he did throw with an advantage.
Yes, and with advantage, of course. Yes, good point. Yes, please. Yeah. When you roll with an advantage, you roll 2 dice and
And you choose the higher one.
Yes.
Then I shall roll again.
Roll
17 seems better.
Oh, that's better.
17s. Well, they tell you that they are. Good point. Well. They are unafraid. They will. Nothing can push them aside from here. Forever and ever we have sat here around the fire. Forever shall the fire burn. So will the village thrive. None can touch us, for we are protected. And she says, like the last one, says something like sort of a riddle in nature. She speaks in words, but they have no meaning by themselves. But it seems as if it rhymes with the things the other one said before her. It's kind of strange. You give them like a look of what? And they all giggle between them as if there was a very funny, or as if they somehow outsmarted you in a way that is obviously kind of obscure to you.
Old crones, why are you unafraid? Well, how are you protected?
The outsider wants to know secret things that must never be told. Away with you, outsider! Yes!
How have you learned them if they are not to be told? Old crones?
I like this one, yes! His words are twisting. We like them when they are twisting. When fog seem to come from your ears. Yeah.
These are not my ears, these are my horns.
We like them even better. Yes, horns we like the best. Yes, we do.
Okay, first of all, Count take a step forward, reach into his pocket, pull out the vial of perfume, and spill some around him. That is better.
Yes, actually, it is.
Mhm. Number 2, you know how to count. Huh. And if you don't, here I am.
We like him and his word plays. Yes, they are very much to our liking. Don't you think so, my dear daughter? Yes.
Well, we warned you, and I feel like we have done a great service to you. And now I feel like we should find strategically safe ground. So if you will not evacuate the village, we cannot help you.
We understand you. Yes, we do. We just want to have some fun. We just like it when you are confused. That help us with our confusion. Yes. Don't you see? Nothing is clear. Everything is obscured.
Those are the
Huh.
exact words of the seer. That
This
is
is the
amazing.
exact word of Assassin's Creed. Well, Count, please roll your persuasion check to try to persuade them.
If I may,
Yes.
to help him in his persuasion,
Yes.
Leopold will accentuate the most pressing matters with a slight drum roll, thus giving him bardic inspiration.
And a headache.
Excellent. And beyond that, you get +2 because Servanius entertained them from before. And another +2 because you've entertained them with your wordplay. So you have +4 and a +1d6 and whatever you have from your persuasion. And you really need all of this because the DC to convince them to help you is atrocious.
Use the inspiration! Use the inspiration!
Of course I will. First of all, I'm going to roll, which would give me a 15 and a 16.
15.
16. He
we
used the
always-
inspiration.
16.
I you use
I
inspiration?
don't. Of course I do. But
So you've got the higher one, the 16 then. Nice.
and I'm gonna roll a 1d6 here. That's because
Bardic inspiration.
because I can't. Because I can.
Yes.
And I'm gonna add that. That's another 3. That's gonna give me a 19 total.
That's very
But then
nice.
you add
the
all the other
+2 that I
rest.
said from before.
Plus
Or have
4.
you added it already?
No, I added everything. That's a
Oh,
plus
wow.
9 total.
Oh,
Oh,
nah.
okay.
Okay. So you rolled really poorly. That's what you're actually saying.
No, I
Yes.
have rolled excellently
No,
and
no.
added the bonuses and
Yes,
got an
okay.
amazing result, which is a 19.
You rolled excellently for a 1d8 cube.
They agree to listen to you and to what you have to say. And they say when a ghost ship will arrive, they will help you drive it away with knowledge better unknown by you, better left in the dark. Now they wouldn't like it at all if the ship really comes.
Oh, nonsense. I fancy all knowledge.
Yes, then come here. Come here, and I will whisper into your ear words that are not to be heard by mortal men.
I definitely think you should, Sylvanius.
Servonius hobbles forward and bends carefully, offering his ear.
And rolls a wisdom save.
Well, I think he failed the wisdom save beforehand. Just to
Apparently,
do
just to do that. Yes, it seems so. Yes, I think so.
that.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a good idea.
Just to clarify, when I said I definitely think you should do that, that was a bardic inspiration.
Okay. You can also cast resistance, or no? I think you can just cast resistance.
No, I can't. That is a
Got-
spell unknown to me.
You got a 10, which is enough. She whispers into your ears horrid, wilting words of destructive ways to gain power by sacrifice of human blood and little children and things like that. And it makes you kind of shiver, and you're not sure if any of it is right or not, but here it is.
Well, right or
This, by
not,
the way, chat, was thanks to your contributions from before.
oh,
Yes.
well, right or not, Sarvonius makes note of it.
But is it thanks to the contributions for the heroes or for the evils?
For the evil. No. That was totally for the monsters.
Oh,
That was a
okay.
monster contribution. Yes. So I'm writing crones. Joined. So we'll know that they've joined you in your efforts. And I will also mark them on the map. You guys are welcome to do so as well, by the way. You can just draw on the map. It's pretty easy.
Yes, but we
This
don't know
is-
where everything is.
It's on the top left. You can check it out. It's
Yeah, but like,
amazing.
where are they actually on the map of the island?
Here. I'll draw then. Whoop! Here's a hovel. Whoop!
Oh.
Here's another hovel. And this will be the fire pit. Woo! And you can see fire. Woo! Whoa, I'm so bad at this. You guys should.
Don't you have a
instead-
Viv for that?
Yes, I have a veil for that. Instead, you can go and see, oh my god, this great drawing of Savonius the Great conjuring lies among rotting fish. Oh, this is so good. The chat is filled
Okay,
with...
we must publish this later.
It is. It's on our Facebook and on our Twitters. Up to 4 players on both of them. You can check them there. Also, let us continue. The village is kind of not exactly empty, as people are obviously trying to move away and avoid you, but there can't be more than like maybe 20 people here. At most, maybe 35 that live here. Not all of them are currently here, or maybe some of them are in the houses, but some of the hovels are obviously empty and in... I like it. Everyone that added things on the map, excellent. Count is kind of...
What do you mean excellent? Inspiration points.
I'm not giving you inspirations, guy. Only the viewers can give you inspiration by donating. The other things that is worth mentioning is the among the ruined hovels, there's one ruined hovel that is well, I'll tell you what Elisandra says about it. That was my house before. No, wait, she didn't talk about like that. That was the crowns. Sorry. That was my house before my mother and father were taken by the chill fever. Now we keep the lunar man there.
The
Ah,
Lunar Man?
He sounds trustworthy. Let's enlist him to our cause.
Wait, there's also the barn, and there are the homes of the other people around, and the most obvious, well, not exactly industrious building, but still the thing that seems most like an industry of sort is a smokehouse. It's the biggest place where the fish are smoked. And actually put outside on sort of like these canes with, again, some sort of shelter from the weather. Beyond that, about a half of, probably even more than a half of the island is a forest that I'm drawing right now.
Well, friends, I suggest we go to the smokehouse because A, I am hungry, and B, a successful diet is the triumph of mind over platter. So I suggest we go forward and enlist some fishes to the aid of granting us strength in our muscles.
Well, I believe the Lunar Man sounds like someone who may have wisdom in this village of fools.
I take pity on Elisande and feel like we should talk to her some more. And also, she seems to have great knowledge of this island, and I think she might be helpful in navigating around it.
She's like 2 meters behind you as you say all of this. Yes, she never steps away from you. She just stays by you all the time.
Really? Because I feel like we should definitely split the party and explore all three directions. I just think I think tactically and strategically, it's the best use of our resources to conclude this deeply as possible.
I should note, because this is important, if you split the party, you will manage to get more things done before the evening. I'm just saying, yes, please continue.
So the Great Book of Souls suggests that this isn't such a great idea, but if you want to unleash upon this world a torrent of horrendous being from the dungeon dimensions, by all means, go ahead and split the party.
So I am, listen, friends, I have not gathered thee in order to ignore your counsel. So, what do you suggest we do? Shall we go to the smokehouse? Shall we go to the Lunar Man? Or shall we just sit about here and educate the little girl, Elisandi?
Elisandi, what do you know of the forests to the west?
Sorry, that was I can't get out of witches mode. The forest, which again is not that big, it's you must not walk in the dark wood. The creatures will gobble you.
Can the creatures be tamed?
No one tames the creature. They gobble you. He does like with eat you.
Gobble you. Sounds like goblins to me. Because
Or
it
gibberlings.
sounds like goblins.
Well, okay.
They might also be deformed circus freaks.
Okay,
Find
but
out what they know about the ship.
we need to make a choice. On the one hand, we have the smokehouse. On the other hand, we have different fingers. So, it seems quite obvious that we should go to the smokehouse.
Let's go to the smokehouse. I agree.
Off we go.
It's so smelly, but so yummy. The smokehouse is separated into 2 rooms, and that's basically it. One of them seems to be the home of someone, that Ulburtu. And as you enter it, not this room, sorry, the second room, the main room, filled with metal hooks covering the walls, the ceilings, low burning coals spread in brick troughs throughout the room, well, there's smoke to smoke the fish. Unidentified red meat and fish hang from the hooks, and it's so thick that there's little air to breathe. Who's the first person entering the place?
I am.
Okay, I
need to announce our coming.
Choke. Excellent. You almost choke. I can tell you now, if you spend here more than like a minute, you will have to roll for save against Constitution save.
Okay.
Just to keep breathing inside it.
I enter and I say, presenting Count and company.
A large bearded man whose arms are obviously not the same length. I mean, his right arm is much longer and stronger than his left. It's very obvious. It's like half the size, the left one. Approaches you and looks at you. He's breathing through the smoke as if nothing is happening at all. Approaches you and looks at you and places a hand on your chest. What are you doing here inside? Outsider.
We came to ask your help and your fish against the ghost ship. Leopold is getting a little bit dizzy and can't really think straight.
Wait, do we actually see that, or is he inside and we're
He's
outside?
inside, and if
He's
you're
inside, but I'm
inside with
guessing
him,
that's,
then
I'm guessing you guys haven't actually entered yet. The moment you
course
saw
not.
this happening, but you're right outside of the door. Sure.
I pull
I'm
him
looking
out
at
and give him a nice pat on the back.
Wow, that's
Okay.
some deep role playing, Dima. That's some deep role.
I immediately take out the handkerchief, spray some perfume on it, and press it against Leopold's
Nice. Okay, nice. I like it. What is,
thank you, my dear Count.
what is this? It takes the handkerchief, simply rips it from your hand, like in one thing, and then like push it against his. Stupid, just smell, and throws it into the coals. Get out of my house! And he turns his back to you, but still all the while, his head is kind of turned toward you, looking, he's basically walking sideways away.
People are very friendly around here.
Ulurtu is very strong. He's much the strong.
I am looking at him and I said, "Listen, buddy. Sit down and listen, because you don't want to mess with Kellen of Garrick over here."
And he pushes Kellen forward.
I'm mostly just pointing at him with my thumb, but I can push him forward because, maybe he doesn't know which one is Kellen, so I'm just going to accentuate.
I'm trying to look tough and big and strong.
How can you look tough and big and strong?
I might be a gnome, but I'm very stocky and athletic.
Then what
You
do
know
you
what?
do?
I'm going to actually add to that. You don't want to mess with Kellen of Garrick here, because chosen of Cord.
We just got $15 that aren't dedicated to anyone.
Woohoo!
Which is... What? Who are they dedicated to? Monsters? Really? But I haven't seen the monsters here. Amazing! Thank you! The monsters just got an upgrade! Yay!
I raise my hand to the sky, and you can see that in the palm of my hand, lightning appears. Just a
Oh,
ball of lightning,
yes.
and I squash it.
Nice! Roll intimidation.
Good on you, Kellen. Again, clarifying, that was an inspiration dice.
Okay, so you can roll. That means, Kellen, you can add 1d6. Never mind, you got a 20. So,
Wait, we
Never-
have two bards?
you have 2 bards, yes.
Oh my god, I just realized that. Okay.
Yes.
I've been fearing this moment since yesterday.
Wait until we get to the next session, by the way. The next hour is amazing. Sure. His eyes wide with you are kind of worried bloodlust as he looks at you for a moment. He's ready to basically kick you out, but when you crash lightning in your face, his bloodlust seemed to get a redirection, like recalculating the way to go. Ghost ship coming, you say? What is on the ghost ship? And he takes a hook from the wall and basically tears it off the wall and takes it in his hand and looks at it with eyes and also admiration.
The ghost ship is coming, and upon it, a chance to the glory of the name of Count. The pun.
He simply doesn't hear you at all. A word that you said just woof above his head. The crones say no one can hurt us, but I want to hurt them all.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I say,
Dude,
"If you join
you're
us."
a gnome, and he's like a meter 90 at least.
On his
Wait.
side.
I shall help.
That's strangely
And
inappropriate.
if you join us, you can help and we can defeat the Phantom ship.
Yes! And he turns and starts bashing his hook into like just sticking it into everything around meats and fish and everything, like he splatters. Yes, yes, yes.
Not yet. Save your strength.
And Lysander from behind says, we should go. It's scary. It's so scary.
Let's go, Elisande. Let's go to the lunar man.
Lunar man? Lunar man. That's all she says about him. Nice. The guy that you just convinced that you aptly named the fish smoker, his name is Ulburto.
Ah, right.
Yes. You can also add Elisande if you want as a part of the group. Nice. Yes. Well. Okay. The hovel to which she directs you has obviously collapsed upon itself some time ago. In the rain, it's hard to say anything beyond that. But there are empty food bowls and fish bones scattered all about. So much so that it also looks like a dump. Elisande points at it, and you think you can see something inside there beyond the rain, through the rain, I mean, that seems to be like a cover, maybe, that is probably some sort of shelter for the lunar man.
Mr. Lunar, the Count would like to have a word.
You shout at him from afar?
We shouted him from a close.
Nothing.
Sylvanus, it's just count. It's not. It sound like a noun.
Well, I sometimes go by the Leopold, but not often.
The Leopold. I shall remember that.
I should note it is now noon. Also, the inside, nothing moves, nothing changes.
Elisande, could you please fetch us the lunar man?
No need. A ghostly hand forms in front of Servonius and moves ahead and
A ghostly hand. It's a scout for the ghostly ship.
it flips Count the fun, and then it goes on and taps the whoever it is inside on the shoulder.
Can we see him?
Well, the moment you do that, the moment you create the magic hand and try to push it to find something inside, a lightning strikes somewhere on the island, somewhere in the woods, and before you, instead of Kellen, right? That's your name. No, Kellen.
Kellen.
Your Kellen, yes, sorry.
Kellen of Garrick.
Yes, Kellen of Garrick, Sophonos the Great, Leopold the Generous, they all look the same. I mean, they all start with G. There's something, off something, G, off something, G. It's very confused. I'm confused. I'm like, come on.
My
Servonius-
plan has worked.
Servonius the Great appears as a tiefling to everyone. It is as if a moment after the lightning strike, there is a tiefling standing before you with his
Another
hand
one.
reaching out. Yes, another one. Like pure infernal power suddenly surged around the island. Is any of you, in any way, has any sort of divine sense?
I guess I do.
Well,
Being a cleric.
Does divinely handsome
You do,
count?
being a cleric. No. Mr. Cleric, please roll your religion.
Religion. That's that. That's not good.
That's an 8. There's something religious going around. Okay, yes, continue.
Is it contagious?
Religion? No.
Wow, it so is.
Oh yes, it is.
Can I add my d6?
Can you what? Add a d6? Well, if you haven't used your inspiration so far, you can use it now, yes.
No, I haven't. I'm going to use it.
That's a
Nice.
13, and 13 is nice. There is a sense of infernal energy around this island.
Well, that's not a big surprise.
It's not the storm, and you know what? It's not even Servanius the Great.
Something dark is going on around here.
I should again emphasize: Servanius is a tiefling. It's not like he's now with the. It's just the thing.
I turn to him and I ask him in Infernal, have you been hiding under a disguise all this time? Which sounds something like
Yes. Exactly.
Servonius turns to you and say, "Oh, what is this nonsense you are speaking of?" And as he speaks, he raises his hand, and then he suddenly notices that his hands are, well, no longer white and fleshy, but are red and have claws. And says, "Oh, what is this? I do not know what has happened to me."
It's okay, we all sometimes let our spells fall and reveal our true selves. I too am not really what I appear, and as I cast Disguise Self, I become a human that looks very much like Servonius.
Guys, I have a question. What's the difference between Servonius and a compound sentence? One had claws at the end of its paws, the other one had paws at the end of its claws.
Oh no!
Oh my god. This both gave me cancer.
No. I should note, people at home, you might be wondering why I'm not giving Uri inspiration for what you just said. Well, first, it was horrible. Second, I don't give inspiration, you do, by donating.
I think I now understand why they keep donating to the monsters.
Yes, exactly. Speaking about monsters,
So just so you'll be clear, we now have Servonius the Great back in the party. Like the way he looked before.
Excellent. Okay, you cast Disguise Self on him.
No, I cast Disguise Self. It's Self, and now I look like him, and he looks
now
like
you
me.
look like a Servanius.
Okay, just
Love conservation of tieflings, love conservation of Servoniuses.
No problem. No problem.
so again, just to check, with one tiefling
Yes.
and one Kellen.
Yes.
So nothing changed.
Exactly.
Now the blanket in the hovel moves to the side as if someone is pushing it, and a person with like his hair and beard is very unkempt, but dry, generally dry, and he puts his like his the blanket thing above him so he'll keep dry. Looks up at you with wide eyes. And looks back and forth and back and forth.
Yes, the lunar man. The moon touched him. He's touched by moon.
And he jumps out into the rain. Suddenly cares no longer about all of the rain and rushes toward one of you. Let's roll. I'll see who he rushes to. He rushes to two, which is Leopold the Generous. So Servanius the Great. He rushes to Servanius the Great. That is Leopold the Generous. And the people in the village, hello!
Hello, good friend, I say as I cast friends on myself and introduce myself with the heartiest of handshakes and the brightest of smiles.
You're like me! He shakes your hand. You're like me! You're from outside! Yes, you will go!
Yes,
so very
and
nice.
like you, we will fight the ghost ship that will be coming here very soon.
He stops for
Indeed, you two seem like a match made in heaven, as you two will assist us.
Do I sense anything magical or divine about him?
Interesting. Do you have Detect Magic?
No.
Then you have no actual way of checking unless you want to say like, do you look at his clothes and something, but all of it is he's just wearing tatters and nothing that indicates anything of anything.
Okay, never mind.
He stops for a second after you say the ghost ship and says, I've seen the ghost ship. My village was attacked by the undead spirits. They walked on the waves. They came. There was a Dracolich who breathed
fire and destroyed my whole village.
This is your chance for revenge, for we have come to fortify you against this danger and against it
No,
destroying your
no.
another village.
I dare not. Oh, no.
But
no, not again.
you must, good sir.
I can hear them
Join
now.
us.
I can hear
No.
them now.
You must join us. Look at the army we have gathered.
No! And
Man
he
of
turns
Garrick.
around and he starts running toward his shelter again.
I want to roll persuasion to convince him that with our help he can fight the Dracolich.
Roll for persuasion. And
Okay. Since
Kellen, please roll
Yes.
insight. Oh.
since we're friends, I get advantage on the roll
Yep, you do.
because
Can
because
I
that's what
also
friends does.
help Leopold with that?
You want to inspire me?
Yeah, I thought of aid another, but inspiration also works, but I only have one more.
So no need. I think a 17 is good enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, sure. 17, I see an 8.
But the 8 is the second roll. I rolled 17 and then 8 because I had advantage. So I wanted to see which would be higher.
Okay, and
Oh.
Kellen rolled between them. Okay, that's fine.
Because he's a halfling, he sneaks there in between.
No,
Nice.
he's a gnome, but
Oh
okay.
God, gnomes are so sneaky. God, can't you be a halfling?
You're such a racist.
I'm a roaming scale mail. I make noise when I do anything.
Kellen, did you have advantage of the roll or disadvantage or anything?
Not that I know of.
Nothing. So you got a 16. Okay, sure. It seems to you as if when Leopold speaks with him, there's a sort of an act in the way Varric behaves. It's as if he is, perhaps it is because he's aware of being under the influence of friends. Friends is a very generally common spell. Although it allows you to roll with an advantage, it also makes the other side aware that he's being influenced by magic. Maybe it has something to do with it, but maybe it's something else. Varric turned away to run, waiting for you guys to call him back.
I call him back and my
Yes.
voice booms because I cast Thaumaturgy to make it 3 times as loud.
Sure. He very eagerly comes back and says,
Come back!
"Oh!" He rushes back to us. Oh, please, no, don't! I have so much misery in my life. I don't need any more. The ghosts, they are beyond us. You too should just run away, all of you. I have told them all, but they are crazy. No one understands. Wait,
Varric, look into my eyes. I am Count Pan.
Count?
Are Leopold the Sardonius and Sarvonius the Thiefling and Kellen of Garrick, and together, all of us can overcome this.
We have been sent by code. Well, I have been sent by code, and we're here to stop the ghost ship.
And by association, we have been sent by code to stop this.
I have been called by fate itself.
He simply
And by
ignores everything you're saying.
Association, we have been called by fate itself.
Nothing of what you are saying means anything to him. It doesn't interest him in the least. He
How-
again says, tell everyone in the village to just run away. No one can stop the ghost ship, and tries to go back to his hovel.
You know
What
what?
is it that you have to protect?
I totally
My
accept,
blanket!
I totally accept what he says, and I think we should let him do as he please.
I think he knows something he doesn't. He isn't
I
telling us.
agree. That's why the moment he turns away, I cast Charm Person on him.
If friends was not enough.
So does he have to do some sort to
To do a save.
what sort of save?
Let me scroll down. Charm Person. He.
Probably charisma save or wisdom save, right?
Wisdom save.
Yes.
That's 14, I think.
You're
30,
14, I
30.
think. You're 30, I think. And he rolls. Yay, he failed. Okay. What happens?
And then I simply tell him, "You are right, and you shall do whatever you feel is right. But before that,
Whew,
you will tell us everything you know know about the ghost ship and where they attacked previously and what you know of them and every single detail.
You do know
If you want.
Charm person doesn't work like that, yes?
Think of us as friends and wishes.
He thinks of you
help
as a
us?
friend and wishes to help you, but it doesn't mean that just because he's a friend of you now, he will just do whatever you say. However, he says, "What? No, what? Crazy!" Oh, blah, 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 blah," and then he like goes next to your ear and says, "Come to me later. There's something very important you should know." And turns back and say, "Oh, beware! Yes, ghost ships!" and runs back to his hovel.
Then I think we shall wait a few minutes and then I will go inside and ask him what he knows.
You just take a step inside his hovel. By the way, just going there is like stepping all over the dead fish and the empty bowls and all of the.
Oh, God.
Yes. And as you approach, she comes. Oh, good. Listen. This is very important, but don't tell the others. Okay, this is something that they will kill me if they know. The people of the village, they are like doomed. I've seen you before walking around talking with them. This is crazy. Don't do that. The pirates are coming. Okay, pirates, ghost ship, whatever. They're coming this evening. Like in I think several minutes from now. Actually, you should just clear out. You know, if you want to, you can come with me. That's fine.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the back where they are attacking from the back.
And
yes,
how do they usually attack? What kind of troops do they have?
Well, the main force comes from the front, and then the stealthy gurus, you know, the smaller kobolds, they come from the back. Listen, you should just come with me. Maybe stay here in the hovel. They know not to attack this hovel, so that should be fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm definitely gonna come here, and you say the kobolds gonna attack from the back, and they're gonna attack from the front, and sounds really logical. What's about the Dragolich and all the other stuff?
No, the Dragolich is just what Yishash is worshipping. She worships the Dragolich or something. I don't know. I don't really care. It's her ship. It's her scheme. I'm just here to search for the artifact. I don't think it's here actually. I haven't found anything at least. But it's her choice. I don't know. It's her thing.
Huh. Yes. Makes sense. Everything you say makes sense.
Yes, I think so.
I try to get any other tactical, and then go outside.
Here's the more tactical information, and then you head outside. Sure.
I'm going outside, smiling at you guys, and say, "Well,
just around the moment you can hear someone screaming and shouting. It's really a lot foggier outside than what you thought moments before, and there are lanterns in the forest."
Uh-oh. Okay, guys, this guy wasn't going to help us, but then he saw the charm of it. But now, apparently, goblins are attacking from the back ways, and apparently there's mad pirates attacking from the front.
Let's go help the people.
That's not actually what is happening, because what it seems to be, as you rush towards the wood line to look down, you can see the boatman running up toward you with a look of fear in his eyes, as what seems like several skeletons, one of them glowing, rises from the fog. Such a thick fog has settled around the island, walking toward you. The rain can't seem to do anything. The fog is so thick. We're walking toward you from down, and you are pretty sure there is a ship deeper in the fog with dark sails.
How far away are the skeletons?
Several dozen meters.
Meters or feet?
Meters. I'm talking with meters. I am right. Meters.
Fellow, we can't let a stupid ferryman that we hate fall down to evil skeletons. I draw my sword and say, "Friends, attack!"
An anonymous donation of $40.
Whoa.
With this dedication, help the heroes, the noble heroes, give the heroes aid. They risk their very lives and don't even get paid. Thank you, anonymous donor.
Thank you, anonymous bard.
Inspiration for everyone.
Woohoo!
Awesome!
I unhook my shield, I unsheath my sword, I said what he said, and I just run down the shore to get into range with the skeletons.
No problem. You're rushing downstairs. Nice. Let's just do it by the no need for inish. Who's the first? Who was the first that announced that he's rushing down?
Well,
Count.
I want to go first.
no. Count was the first to announce it down. Let's just put things in perspective.
That just seems, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, of course.
I'm
That's
running down first. I hold my holy symbol, which is a tornado made of metal,
nice.
and I point it at the skeletons, and I turn on them.
Amazing. As your divine energy thunders out from you, nothing happens to none of the skeletons. Please roll perception. With a disadvantage because the fog is so very heavy.
That's really bad.
That's a 5. And the 5 is, of course, not enough to anything. You have no freaking clue why these skeletons haven't not only turned away, but completely ignores you. Until, of course, one of them rushes toward you with a spike or something. It's pretty long. You think it's spear-like, and then, pushes into you with this sound. It comes from below, also. Also, you got a 19, so,
That was an attack roll?
That was an attack roll. I'm guessing your AC is
17.
Yes. So 19 hits you, and that's 8 damage. Piercing, 8 damage of piercing skeleton damage.
Ouch.
Yes, it is. Like 2 others rushed forward. What do you guys do?
I will.
I look at my symbol and I say, these are not undead.
Oh, they clearly aren't, but they scream.
I recall wise words that I've heard in Bard's College. That is not immune to sleep, which is not undead. And in strange eons, even skeletons will sleep.
Okay.
And I cast sleep.
By the way, the
Amazing.
goblin makes a dexterity saving throw.
The what, sorry?
The goblin makes a dexterity saving throw.
Which goblin?
Whatever attacked me.
Whatever attacked you. Needs to do a dexterity saving throw. Why?
Because there's Wrath of the Storm.
Right, yes, you have Storm Wrath around about you. He succeeded. 15.
So that's 2d8.
Are you effing serious?
Nice. Wow.
It's not.
Ooh.
That was horrible.
That's
That's
5
like-
damage.
Okay, so step by step. First, the skeleton that stabbed you, lightning seems to surge from you, right? It's lightning damage?
Yes, lightning.
It just down the spear, and you can hear and something dies. Obviously dies. Something meaty is very electrocuted next to you. Electrocuted. I like that. Wow, you can barely see anything with the background. I do something with the background. I'll just kill the background. By background. Nice. This is better. And the sleep spell of Leopold was horrible. That's 10 hit points.
5d8, yes.
10 hit points.
Yes.
Okay, so skeleton.
It's a 2-1-2-1.
Skeleton falls down, sleeping, as he comes rushing to.
Leopold de Sarvonius, well played.
You approach it a bit, and you understand as you just need to come very, very slightly closer to understand that it is in fact a kobold in skeleton-like costume.
Oh, it's not an illusion? It's just a costume?
It's just a costume. The fog is so thick, it makes it hard to see the black against, the white against the blacks make them look scary and strange and weird enough that it takes a perception roll to actually notice, unless you're very close, that it isn't just, a kobold in a costume. However, one of them is glowing. And the glowing one approaches toward you. What do you two guys do?
Sarvonius steps forward and says, "Now you shall witness true power. Father, cabbage is no longer mine." And he wields his staff towards a glowing kobold or skeleton or whatever it looks like, and a shaft of light lances forward and is supposed to strike it, or does he make a saving throw?
I don't know. What spell is it?
It's Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast!
It's an attack roll.
It is an attack roll. Roll for it.
Right, so what is my
Come
attack?
on. Give him the shaft of light.
What is my attack bonus?
+5. It's +5.
+5. Oh,
Yes, it is. Yes, is it quite a lot? I don't know if it's quite a lot. That's a 10. Cabbage? The kobold says as you forward. I mean, he goes, cabbage? And it just flows past him way above. Actually, the head of this glowing skeleton explodes, but it doesn't hurt at all the kobold, which is much shorter. The last one to act is our Count.
Of course he does. The Count, first of all, says, "Well, Kellen, you are too brave to be punctured by the likes of these creatures. Stand tall, for you are my shield and my sword." And immediately you heal some damage.
Nice.
Just because I can. So, get 4 damage, healed. That's a healing word. And I'm also gonna say, "Dirty kobold, show yourself instead of showing yourself from the inside skeleton itself. Self yourself." And immediately fairy fire fills
nice.
the area, and the bits in between their bony costumes fills up with magical light and make them seem like kobold again.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice. You managed to dispatch the remaining kobolds pretty quickly after this shtick. In fact, I would say that basically you managed to frighten most of them after they understand there's any sort of resistance. Even more so when black fire erupts from the ground and you can hear from behind and see a crone lifts a young boy in the air with a knife in her other hand. "In dark forces I so command," and slashes his throat. Kobolds explode all along before you, simply bursting. And the Uburtu, the half-gianted armed man, rushes in the fog between them, grabs dead kobolds with his hook, lifts them and tears the dead flesh and bites and bites and bites into it again and again. You sort of walk away from there after that and climb on the boat and make your way toward the ghost ship itself, where Ishash is supposed to be. And I'm pushing this forward because there's a scene that I really want to do, and it's this. You approach the within the fog, the very clearly ghosty ship. Except there's nothing actually ghosty about it, except it just glows in an eerie light and seems to emit fog. Simply emits fog. Frankly, no one seems to notice you as you approach. You're just a small boat. Until, and everything is so very quiet, until something moves at the back of your boat. And a small girl, Alessandra, pushes herself from behind the sack. "Yes, I'm coming off with you. We are going somewhere new. Yes."
This is
Yes,
going to be
Elisa.
dangerous, little girl.
The crown has always said that we are protected if we on the island, but I can go with you now.
And you can hear something in the background. They always say everyone needs to stay on the island. And then, somewhere in the night sky, something seems, well, the sea quiets even more than before. The mysterious fog simply lifts, simply disappears. The storm that raged a bit before the rain stops. For a brief moment, you see the sky clearly, the silver of Selun, the moon, shining down upon you. Looming in front of you is the ship, and now it looks like a simple ship. Just then, your longboat takes on a red cast, like the baleful eye of some great reptile. A terrible tearing sound is heard, followed by a great rushing of wind and heat. Angry screams erupt. The fog returns, this time more like steam, and you see that the longboat ahead of you, something happens on the other side of it. Something red and big, and screams of fear and pain emanate from the deck. The contracts have been broken. Something rumbles around you, and Alessandra looks around.
I didn't.
And as you approach the ship, you can see fire burning. Fire! And clashes. Steel against steel. What do you do?
Sarvonius yells, I have not yet signed the contract. How could it be broken?
That's all fine and good, but rush forward and attack them.
You're all on the boat and you can climb up, but there appear to be a pirate above you. Not one of the person working for Ishash, not a kobold or a guardsman in clothing. No, this guy is only way to say it is a hellish pirate. His left eye is red and burning with flame just erupting from it. His hand is like gushing toward you with a strange angle and all sort of sharpness bits all over it.
Come to me! Come! My vengeance is endless!
Elisande, stay back on the boat.
Yes.
We shall defeat this evil.
Okay.
Sarvonius lets another Eldritch Blast strike the pirate.
Roll for it!
At the same time, I grab my symbol, flame erupts, and I stand it at him. Cold, guide me!
Natural
Wow,
one!
my rolls today are amazing.
What did you say you just do, Kellen?
I grab my symbol and fire erupts from it, and I stand it up at him. Cold, guide me!
You can roll with a disadvantage because the moment that Sarvonius erupts, his power explodes in an unexpected, unwanted way instead of the Eldritch Blast. Something seems to shimmer and shake, and you can hear whispers and laughter in your ears. That is very disconcerting. Roll your attack with a disadvantage. Now you should know you can use an advantage to cancel a disadvantage. This is your choice, and only if you have inspiration.
I have it, but I don't think I'll need it.
Okay. You roll with a disadvantage, yes?
Yes, and he got
Okay.
a 19.
Amazing. Roll for damage.
Meh.
Well, 3 is like almost the lowest amount of damage you could have, That's not, it says, is it actually fire?
Sacred flame, so fire.
It's
is
half fire,
actually
half.
fire?
I think it's half fire, half divine, or radiant, or whatever
I
it's
can
called.
tell you, dude, the fire does nothing to it. It's burning. It is a pirate from hell.
Oh, sorry, it's a dexterity saving throw, 1d8 radiant damage.
Wait. So
Radiant.
does he roll or do you roll?
He rolls a dexterity saving throw, or if it fails, it takes 1d8 radiant damage.
I understand. Okay, so radiant damage. Never mind. We'll say that your attack roll was enough for it and that he takes the 3 damage. We'll continue with that. What do you guys do?
I shall start my drumming, and as it reaches a crescendo, my allies feel energized. Specifically, Servonius feels inspired, whereas the pirate starts hearing strange and hidden truths that even in his infernal home he has never heard, and they fill him with dread and trepidation. And I cast
trepidation.
Dissonant Whispers, and he needs to roll a Wisdom save, or take 3d6 damage, and immediately take a reaction to flee at max.
Nice.
Nice indeed.
Well, 13 is exactly your DC, right?
No, I think it's one less than my. No, it is my DC.
Aha! I've heard
Then
so
he
much
takes
worse.
3d6 divided by 2.
Go roll for it.
So 7.
Nice. He simply drops on the side of the ship into the water next to you guys.
Oh,
What? As in dead, right? Not drums.
Yes, as in dead. Count, your turn.
Well, I hop on to the ship.
No problem. There's actually a lever on the side of the ship, so it's actually pretty easy. The scene before you is hectic. There seemed to be a ship made of bones with leather-like masts that crashed into this one, and there's a sign on the side of it, too burnt to actually read or say. But the captain, this dude, is
Yeah.
obviously from like hell or something. We have returned per the agreement. His tone, his style of voice is like 100 years ago or something like that. While Ishash, who's talked about, is quite obviously being the only woman on board. On the other side, kind of being trapped by the flames, and the guard next to her. Everything else is kobolds attacking pirates. Kobold versus pirates. The next movie I'm going to see.
Woohoo! So I'm definitely hopping on. I'm gonna guess that the pirates from hell are in league with the crones just because they're fucking giving me the same vibe and it's terrible.
We are protected.
So
To
I'm gonna what?
Nothing.
I'm gonna turn to the girl who's obviously leading this terrible thing, and I'm just gonna tell her, listen, girl, I don't know which organization you belong to, but you're about to be dismembered. And I whisk out my blade.
You're going to kill Elisande? She seemed horrified at everything
Not
going on.
Sunday.
Ah, Ishish.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know. It
Oh,
looked like
God.
Elisande. I don't know. Okay.
You're officially fired as the DM of this game.
So jump on board. Yes.
By the way, that statement was a vicious mockery. So she can roll her wisdom.
What do we need to do?
wisdom save or 1d4 damage, and she takes disadvantage on her next attack.
Oh, nice. I like all of this. I like everything that is happening here. She rolls. And she gets an 8, which is not enough.
Which is not enough. Which is also known as boom psychic damage. 4 points of psychic damage and disadvantage. Who's about to be dismembered from the pirate guild? Or dismembered by my blade?
Actually, I am part of the cult of the dragon, she says. Takes a step forward and a step backward and slips behind into the room, and never like peeks outside, but nothing more than that because she's totally scared about what just happened here. You guys, because we have to stop now, you guys rush onto the ship.
No!
Yes. And what? Sorry.
Savonius wants to ask the infernal master what he needs to do to gain the rest of his powers. We'll join with
Amazing, amazing, nice. This is a question for the ages, apparently. Because as before, Count.
Yes.
Eventually, the night settles, morning rises, and you are the only survivor.
What?
So you're saying it's
The
not-
only survivor of this entire thing. I can tell you that the ship from hell will return to hell after Elisande escaped from the island, thus breaking the contract. And will you take Elisandra with you? And
I will take her. I will give her a name to remember, which is the pun, and her middle name will be Danger.
of course. We have to stop.
Danger.
We have to stop here, guys. We will start in a few moments the third and final act of this mini marathon. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a lot of fun for me. Thank you very much, Dima and Eran and Savunis the Great, for joining us. Joining us for these 2 hours and volunteering your time. And thank you for helping children by getting as many donations as we can. We're trying to reach 500.
How?
How
Where
did you
are we in
die?
the donations? No, where were the donations?
We are at 300 out of 500. Only 200 more. We already did most of the way in. Thank you very much, everyone that donated. Half of you are anonymous, so I can't, tell you anything except for thank you. And let's end this here. Aviv, cut us down.
Dima,
Thank you.
Eran,